On March 3, 2023, in the heart of the metropolitan area of Springfield, a significant incident marked the beginning of a systemic failure within the city's public transportation network. Springfield's transportation infrastructure relied heavily on an advanced automated traffic management system called SmartFlow, designed by the technology firm Urban Tech Solutions. This system was intended to optimize traffic light patterns, manage bus routes, and allocate resources to improve the overall efficiency of urban mobility. As SmartFlow began to operate under its updated traffic management algorithm, a minor programming oversight introduced a critical race condition within its scheduling module. This misconfiguration stemmed from a lack of thorough testing following recent updates. Specifically, the algorithm failed to account for peak travel patterns, particularly during rush hour, which caused it to incorrectly prioritize less congested routes while neglecting key thoroughfares. The issue arose from reliance on vendor-provided default settings that were not adjusted to local traffic data, leading to severe miscalculations. The initial impact was felt almost immediately. Within days of the algorithm's activation, metrics from the city's transportation monitoring systems revealed a 35% increase in average travel times for buses on the most heavily trafficked routes. This translated into almost 10,000 daily passengers experiencing significant delays. In monetary terms, the rushed trip cancellations and missed connections incurred an estimated $250,000 in economic losses per week due to reduced productivity among commuters. As the congestion escalated, internal communications at Urban Tech Solutions began to surface signs of confusion. Teams engaged in various projects exchanged emails, indicating uncertainty about the observed increases in travel times. The incident management channel buzzed with messages highlighting user complaints about extended wait times, malfunctioning traffic signals, and significant gridlock. Some team members assumed that adjustments made during prior system updates were responsible for discrepancies, leading to piecemeal fixes that only addressed minor symptoms rather than the root cause. Externally, the effects of the malfunction became increasingly visible. Commuters began reporting their frustrations through social media platforms, tagging both the city's official account and Urban Tech's social feeds. As user-generated complaints multiplied, local media outlets published minor articles discussing the unprecedented delays and overall dissatisfaction among the commuting population. Monitoring alerts from the city's real-time traffic system showed escalating traffic congestion scores, signaling a growing crisis. News reports highlighted burgeoning lines at bus stops, increasing the pressure on city officials to respond quickly. The next week marked a turning point. Despite only partial fixes to the algorithm's scheduling component, data indicated that the glitches had triggered a feedback loop, amplifying existing problems. Adjustments intended to relieve pressure on congested routes inadvertently led to bus drivers being redirected to alternate paths, which had not been properly vetted. These unanticipated changes resulted in unexpected overcrowding at critical junctions, compounding delays rather than alleviating them. As the situation became more dire, officials within the city government convened emergency meetings. The discussions centered on the rapid escalation of late buses, stranded passengers, and diminished public confidence in the transportation system. Various departments, including public safety and urban planning, were put on high alert. An internal task force was assembled to investigate the mounting crisis. Simultaneously, Urban Tech Solutions mobilized its engineering team to analyze the historical data logs captured by SmartFlow, trying to pinpoint when and how the anomalies began. During the investigation, engineers began to collaborate closely with city officials, but faced challenges due to differing terminologies and operational perspectives. Internal logs indicated that key operators within urban tech had assumed the issues stemmed from unusual traffic patterns rather than technical failures, leading to misdirected efforts and wasted resources. The week following the incident was characterized by erratic bus schedules and cascading railway delays. As the impact extended beyond buses, the entire transportation network strained under the pressure. Passengers became increasingly disgruntled, leading to escalating calls for government accountability. A viral post on social media accumulated thousands of interactions as frustrated commuters recounted their tales of missed appointments and overcrowded public transport options. In the meantime, system monitoring tools began to show unusual spikes in request failures and erroneous processing errors spanning various points within the SmartFlow algorithm. Internal alerts flagged issues related to data misinterpretation and software dependency, prompting engineers to consider potential vulnerabilities within SmartFlow's architecture itself. This technical gap formed a chasm of uncertainty as conflicting assumptions lingered about the systemic causes of congestion. As weeks passed with little improvement and an increasingly hostile public response, both Urban Tech Solutions and Springfield's city planners faced mounting pressure from every direction. Emergency planning sessions continued, and city officials called for the activation of disaster protocols to address the transportation crisis. Multiple media outlets proposed that the automated traffic system, once hailed as a revolutionary achievement, might not be the robust solution the city had expected. Facing public outrage, city leaders held press conferences emphasizing accountability and the need for better oversight of automated systems. Their remarks were met with skepticism from the community, which cited growing frustrations. Reports of significant economic impacts paired with anecdotal recounts from stranded citizens were punctuated by persistent grievances voiced across social media platforms. At this juncture, both urban tech and city officials realized that a profound structural failure had occurred. The realization set the stage for a more in-depth investigation that would require re-evaluation of both the technology itself and the processes governing its operations. As the clock continued to tick, critical decisions lay ahead that would determine the fate of Springfield's public transportation system and the reliance on automated solutions designed to enhance urban living. As public sentiments escalated, city officials initiated an exhaustive audit of the automated systems. By the end of the fourth week, they revealed that automated transportation scheduling failures had directly affected over 600,000 daily commuters, leading to an estimated economic loss of $25 million in productivity. Resulting complaints from frustrated users pointed towards not only operational inefficiencies, but also significant lapses in communication between city planners and urban tech solutions. Amid the mounting pressure, Urban Tech delayed releases of critical patches designed to rectify the continuous algorithmic errors. The company's spokesperson acknowledged a series of unforeseen complications, further straining trust over their delivery timelines. By the end of the fifth week, operational issues had led to some bus routes experiencing an average delay of 30 minutes. Compounding the challenges faced by emergency responders attempting to navigate congested roadways. In response to the crisis, the city declared a state of transportation emergency and instituted legal notices, compelling Urban Tech Solutions to present all data regarding the algorithm's development and its maintenance logs. Law enforcement stepped in as the city sought to determine if there was any corporate negligence involved, leading to a formal investigation regarding potential violations of municipal safety regulations. The public exposure phase began shortly afterward, as investigative journalists obtained internal communications between Urban Tech's engineering teams. Chat logs revealed several warnings from staff regarding potential traffic disruptions prior to the full deployment of SmartFlow, which had been dismissed in favor of timeliness over due diligence. Additional forensic analysis of the underlying code suggested that critical components had not been adequately tested in real-world scenarios. By the 8th week, broader consequences began to unfold. Springfield's public transport network experienced a temporary shutdown of its services for emergency maintenance, alarming users waiting for buses. The emergency measures were seen as a last resort step necessitated by a failure to rectify the systemic issues, costing the city upwards of $10 million in financial ramifications. With mounting dissatisfaction, urban planners and transportation safety boards convened to reevaluate policies governing automated traffic management systems within the city. Community pushback escalated further as public demonstrations emerged, demanding accountability from both Urban Tech Solutions and city leaders. News agencies headlined stories revealing repeated internal warnings on the system's readiness being ignored. In light of these discoveries, the City Council voted to terminate its contract with Urban Tech Solutions, opting for an interim solution with third-party companies specializing in crisis management and manual traffic adjustments. As a result of these happenings, key personnel within Urban Tech Solutions resigned, with allegations of misguided priorities surfacing. Rumors indicated that a significant corporate restructuring would be required to regain public trust. By the end of 12 weeks, an independent review recommended a complete overhaul of the automated systems and advised strict regulatory oversight for future technology integrations in urban planning. In January 2024, the city announced its decision to migrate to a new transportation management system that would ensure both human oversight and robust testing prior to deployment. As for Urban Tech Solutions, facing a substantial reputational collapse and dwindling revenue streams, the management issued a public statement acknowledging the failures and pledging greater accountability moving forward. The fallout concluded with the firm filing for bankruptcy by the end of March 2024, an irreversible indication of the damage done to their standing within the smart technology community. Final status as of April 2024. Springfield is implementing a new hybrid transport management system, while Urban Tech Solutions has ceased operations permanently, marking a comprehensive failure of automated technology integration in public transport.